Good morning, everybody. I'm Robert Scheer, and this is your 6 AM Wakeup. I thought I'd take a minute and explain the process I undertake for these 6 AM Wakeup podcasts. I've listened to a bunch of them, and I certainly recognize there's a lot of hesitation, a lot of a lot of sort of thinking out loud. And I wanted you, the listener, to understand that that's in part by design. In 12-Step Fellowship, we have a concept of speaking from the heart. This comes from the regular meetings that we are required, or suggested, I should say, that we attend. And because there's another phrase that says, meeting makers make it, a lot of us go to meetings regularly. I've been clean for more than 2 decades, and my meeting attendance has certainly slacked off over the years. But there was a time when I went to at least one meeting a day, probably for several years. And I do attest to the fact that meeting makers do make it. And I want to come back to this concept of sharing from the heart. So at meetings, and you're welcome to attend them, most of them are open even to people that do not have addictions or substance abuse problems. At meetings, there's a lot of sharing. It's usually a round table format. People are not picked on and required to share, but it is encouraged. And the idea of sharing from the heart is you don't rehearse what you're going to say. Even speakers who might lead a meeting are encouraged not to rehearse what they're going to say, but rather to speak extemporaneously in the moment. Share from the heart exactly what's going on with you and what you're thinking, and most importantly, what you're feeling. So that's what I try to do with these podcasts. Now, having said that, I think if I shared completely off the cuff, they would be really rough, and I think I would lose most listeners' attention. So what I typically do is, first, I often do a little research. I have a topic that comes to mind. I have lots of topics that come to mind. Most of them are just things that occur to me throughout the day or things that I've experienced. But I'll try to back it up with a little bit of research. And obviously, ChatGPT and Google are great resources, and I can get references and even once in a while some quotes and things of that nature. But for the most part, it's really just my thoughts in the moment, from the heart. And the way I do it so that it doesn't sound so rough is I will record it completely one time, and then I will have that recording transcribed in writing so that I can see it. And then I'll just mark it up a little bit, and then the next time I just do it live and for real. So it's pretty unrehearsed. It's pretty off the top. I hope it comes across as authentic. Finally, I just send that recorded message, the podcast, the finished product, to someone in my office who works in IT. They put it into the template that has the visual and the music. They also add the beginning and the ending so that I don't have to remember exactly what I say to open the segment or close the segment. Those 2 items are always the same. And then one little secret, he is able to smooth out a little bit the ums so that they're not as loud or pronounced. Thanks for listening to my thoughts for the day.